Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mastermind M. Welcome if you've never been here before. So today I am, first of all, it's some lovely weather. I am on my school's campus where I graduated from, and I'm at like this little swamp area. First and foremost, I'm safe. It's not like ducked off or like a hidden area. It's buildings back here where people are going to class at, and it's like 5 o'clock, so you still got traffic. And I parked over here behind these trees, so I'm good, y'all, don't worry. It's not the prettiest scene, but it's something I used to pass by all the time, and I just never came out here. As you can see, it's like this little walking bridge. There's nowhere to sit, so I sat my ass on the ground because this is my second take trying to do this video, and I kept getting distracted when I was standing up. So in this video, I want to talk about how I got this little philosophy, and it's that humans are plant-like, and I'm going to tell you my philosophy and then kind of back it up with some examples. So first and foremost, I just want to touch on the fact that, like, I feel like this is something that everybody has noticed. We probably just haven't ever talked about it, but we are in sync with nature. So like, for instance, today it's a beautiful day, nice weather. You got more people outside because that's what people do. Like, when it's nice weather, people want to be outside. People want to, you know, as Mother Nature is doing her thing, we kind of want to get out and do our thing as well. Whereas if today was rainy and gloomy, you would have a lot more people being less productive, staying at home, wanting to stay in the bed, and just not wanting to do much. And that's just how it is. Like, to me, I just feel like we in sync because of those occurrences. I feel like we in sync with nature. But this is like the real meat and potatoes. My philosophy, and I've kind of had this thought for a while, I just never talked about it, is people out here biking. I wonder, can y'all see that? I don't know. But anyway, my philosophy is, so like I said, we're plant-like. And with that being the case, I feel like if we are not growing, we are just sitting around waiting to die. And I'm talking about humans, but if you think about plants, it's the same thing. Like, no matter what you have, like a tree, a flower, weeds, whatever, like, they're constantly growing. When you take a living thing, like an organism, let's use a plant for an example, and it's not growing, or it's not, you know, being nourished, then it's dying. And pause, because somebody is walking out here, so I may have to put this video on pause. This man out here smoking his weed. I know he probably not stomach, but y'all know I'm legit an antisocial introvert. And I don't want that man to think I'm out here talking to myself, so I'm gonna just wait until he leaves. Thanks, bye. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I'm so happy because the dude finally left. He was out here for like, I don't know, probably like 8-10 minutes. I guess he just came out here to smoke some weed and go. But anyway, he's gone. So back to the video. So what I was saying was that if you take a living thing such as a plant, and you just kind of observe it, like, it's constantly growing. You know, you gotta water it, you gotta put it in some soil, yada yada yada, and then, you know, it has its roots. At the point that, let's say for instance, you stop watering it, or like, I don't know, the roots die or something, like the environment just isn't an environment for it to continue to grow or be alive, it starts to die. Like, just think of a flower. Like, if you get a bouquet of flowers and you got them at your house, okay, they're gonna be living, you got them in the water, but at some point they're gonna start dying because they can't grow no more. Like, you took them out their natural environment. But the whole point is that, just like plants, either they growing or they dying, right, until they're completely dead. And my thing is, with humans, if you are not constantly trying to evolve yourself, constantly trying to learn something new, constantly discovering different parts of yourself or the world, like, you just kind of like sitting around and waiting for the day to come, because the day is gonna come for all of us. So we all know that death is inevitable. It's gonna come at some point. It's gonna come one day. We don't know when. You know, a lot of people think that we promised 70 years, but obviously we know that's not the truth. The truth for everybody. But let's say for instance, everybody was promised 7 years. If before those 70, did I say 7? I meant 70. before those 70 years are up, if you aren't constantly trying to learn something, constantly learning about yourself, constantly improving yourself, or just constantly, you know, growing in some way, somehow, you just waiting for them 70 years to come around. You just waiting for year 70 to get here and you be like, I'm out. So therefore, you're not living a meaningful life. You're not living a life where, I don't know, to me, that's the simplest way I can put it. You're not making it meaningful. And you got so many people that are not living meaningful lives. They just kind of sit around like some couch potatoes and just, you know, watch TV, watch other people's lives on social media, work jobs they don't like but they pay the bills, you know, just not being fulfilled. And I don't like that. Like, I wish people would understand that if we're not living with meaning, then we just kind of waiting to die. And I know it sounds dark, but obviously we're not literally waiting like, okay, I'm gonna just sit here until I die, you know, but you're not being productive. So you kind of just kind of chilling until your day come, you know. And I know a lot of people probably think, okay, and what's wrong with that, you know? For me, that's not something I would allow myself to do. I just think it's, like I said, once again, I just think it makes life more meaningful when you don't do that. When you chose to make it, when you chose to constantly grow and evolve yourself, it just makes your life more meaningful. It gives you something to be excited about. It keeps you on your toes, and it just keeps life as something to look forward to. The last thing I wanted to talk about, I also have this little philosophy that I know a lot of people not going to agree with. This is like unpopular opinion. So I was thinking about something. I was like, okay, a lot of people like to reference moving forward in life. You know, you accomplish this, you accomplish that, you moving forward in life, okay? Whereas I think it's better to move upward in life. And let me break that down. So I think it's better to move upward, aka ascend in life, opposed to moving forward. Because when you move forward, you can really still be on the same horizontal plane as you was. You just are now in a new position, if that makes sense, a new space. Whereas if you moving upward, you ascending, you rising to new levels. When you moving around on the same horizontal level, you're not like climbing any levels, you're not ascending to any levels, you just moving positions, you know. And when you're going this way, it's like, okay, I was on this level, but now I did this, so now I'm leveling up. Now I did this, so I'm leveling up. And my example I got to kind of like make that make sense is, for instance, in my life, when I was working my corporate job full-time as a supervisor. So for instance, before I became a supervisor, I was here. So then doing the same job, but now supervising the people that do that job, I moved forward because you can say I got a promotion. I moved here, which, well, let's do this. I was here and then I became a supervisor, so I was here. I moved forward. But to me, I didn't ascend in any kind of way. I didn't move up in life any kind of way, because that's not what I wanted to do. No way, no shape or form was that job aligned with my purpose or the gift that God has given to me to live through in my life, you know. Like, no way was that job related to anything that God put me on this earth to do, in my opinion, you know. Because now that I have identified my purpose and my passions and my gift from God, that's what I'm chasing. Whereas that job, it drained me. It was like, long story short, it compromised my mental health. So that's how I knew it wasn't the route I needed to take. Whereas now you have me, and I start here, and then I start realizing my purpose and my passions, and I get more in tune with God and what He wants me to do. Now I'm moving up. Now what that looks like is starting a business. What that looks like is doing things that make me happy, such as my passions, and continue to learn myself, continue to learn about the world, and actually put that stuff into practice and just evolve. So all that type of stuff got me doing this. It got me rising to new levels. I'm learning more about myself. I'm learning more about the world. I'm learning more about what it is that God put me on this
that you could do so.
This earth to do. I'm learning more about what God put me on this earth to do. So all of this is taking my mind and my mental to new heights, whereas allowing me to ascend and to move upward. Whereas if I stayed in corporate America, I stay here at the bottom as a frontline job, and then I continue to get promoted to the point where, okay, you can say you get promoted up to the highest level that's available in the company, but then there's a cap. There's a cap on salary. There's a cap on hours you can work. And then, to my knowledge, some jobs, like when you work for so long, they kind of like get rid of you so they can, you know, start the circle all over, because you're not going, after several years, you're not gonna make the same thing you made when you first started. So I think that's how they keep like, what is it called? Salary. I don't know, that's how they can like budget salary. So like, let's say for instance, I work a job 5 years. Year 1, $20 an hour. Year 2, 22. Year 3, 25. Year 4, 27. Year 5, 30. Okay, just 5 years ago I was at 20, right? Now they gonna find a way to get rid of me so they can cut back, hire somebody else, start them at 20, and do it all over again each 5 years. Now I don't know if this is a proven fact, but this is something that I have heard about or came across, and I'm not surprised. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. I hope that explanation kind of made it make more sense. Like I said, I know a lot of people not gonna agree with what I'm saying, but it's my thoughts, it's my channel, and that's why I chose to share what I want to share, because either you agree and you support, or you just disagree and you be like, nah, I ain't really rocking with that one, and that's fine. You know, I ain't here to like debate or like start an argument or go back and forth. I'm just here to share how my mind works, and to kind of find the people whose mind work like mine. So that's all I had. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I might sit here for a little bit more and enjoy the weather, because it does feel good. It's a little windy, but it's okay. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.